Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? I got an '01 Acura TL, and it got towed in for a dead battery. Okay, checked out the battery. Battery was shot, no good. Put a new battery in it, and as soon as I go to hook the terminals up, get like a little bit of an arc. Sometimes you get that. But I put it on, and I figured, it seems like a little more than normal, but whatever. I wasn't going to check it just yet. I wanted to make sure that it started, ran, drove, everything was fine with it. So I did that. I got back. I pulled it in the shop. I figured, let me just check it for parasitic draw, stuff like that. And no need to really check because it has one, and a massive one at that. Let me show you. So coming to the back of the car, our brake lights are on. Nobody's in the car. Brake switch is not depressed. So what's the problem? The problem is there's a little plastic bumper that goes on the pedal, and it's actually the stopper that hits the switch. I don't know why they did that. I can never figure that out. But basically the stopper disintegrated. Let me show you on the floor here. If you look, I already took the lower panel down just so you can see this. But I got in it and I saw this, and right away I knew what this was. This is the original stopper, part of it. And this here is part of it. So this thing broke a while ago. So you saw how that was beat into the mat there. This is all part of it. This piece over here too. It's all part of it. Now, up here where the pedal is, you can see this arm that's on the pedal. See, it's got a hole in it, and it's supposed to hit the switch to shut the switch off. Well, obviously it's not there anymore. Now, interestingly enough, this vehicle came into us about a month ago. Hang on one second, let me get myself straightened out here. So this vehicle came into us about a month ago, and the complaint at the time it got towed in, the complaint at the time was they couldn't get it out of park. So sure enough, you hit the brakes, nothing, it wouldn't come out of park. So I checked, and I had no signal to the brake lights, nothing. So I was like, okay. So I went to the fuse block, and I went to the one side. Now, here's what gets weird with this. It's got an output from the switch, goes to the underdash fuse box. It passes through the fuse box, like the fuse box is its own circuit, and comes out on the other side. Never runs through a fuse. Never runs through a fuse. So, weird how they do it. So it just passes through it. Why? The wires are this far apart from each other. Why couldn't they just plug into each other? It just makes no sense. So, anyway, it does have a fuse for the brake light switch, but it's on the other side of that circuit. You follow, it's on the actual power delivery side, and then it has to go through the switch and come back out. And this is on the side that comes back out. So, I checked, and sure enough, going into the fuse block, I had power when I hit the switch, or when I hit the brake pedal, but nothing coming out the other side. So I disconnected the connector, and it had a little tiny bit of corrosion built up in there. So I cleaned it all up, put it back together, worked perfectly. Customer left, been gone for a month. And now comes back with a battery dead, and it's related to the brake light switch. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And it does look like somebody put a brake light switch in this thing at some point. We didn't do it. I don't know who did it, but it does look like somebody did it at some point because it doesn't look like an original. But yeah, just kind of interesting. I ordered the stop bumper for that. That's going to be in shortly. And once that comes here, I'll show you what it is. Dorman makes a kit for it. They make a kit for most things that are common. This is common. A lot of cars do this. Hyundai does this. Nissan does this. Or not Nissan. I'm not sure, they might do it. Honda, Acura. I think Toyota does it too. I'm not sure. But in the old days, the brake light switch used to just hit the brake pedal. So I don't know why they have to go and add extra pieces to make something work. It just makes no sense to me. But I'm old. What are you going to do? All right, so hopefully that's going to get here soon. I'll show it to you, then install it, and that'll shut the brake lights off. So the part finally came in for that Acura. What I did do is I disconnected the battery and put the charger on it, as we'll get back up to full charge, right? So there you see it's up to 100%. And it's disconnected. So let me just move this out of the way. Get in my pile over here. Disconnect this. So I'll put these over here for right now. Like I said, I got stuff everywhere right now. I'll put the cover on when I'm done. And as you see in the reflection, the brake lights are on. So now let me show you the kit. The kit is pretty simple. And this is it. And I guess there's a choice. And I believe it's the white one that goes in this vehicle. And it goes into the pedal up there where that hole is. So you have to press the pedal down, insert it in there, and snap it in place. There's zero way I'm going to be able to show you this because I'm just too big. So let me open up the kit. I'm going to put that white one in there, and then let's see how this works. Okay, that's installed. It was pretty easy. Just pushed it in place and then snapped it. And as you can see, it hits the brake pedal switch. So now I shouldn't have brake lights. And I don't. Let's actually verify they turn on. Let me go get a something to press the pedal with. Hang on a second. I got my little trusty pry bar, and we should be able to see the reflection. Yeah, you can see it lighting up. See that? Okay. That's perfect. Pretty simple. Really not that difficult. But it's pretty amazing how something that little can cause such a big problem. Little $5 part. But all right. Well, hopefully you got something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching. Still got to put this back together.